right, welcome everyone to Pokemon Violet, the Area Edition. Let's go. We start off by climbing a freaking mountain with graphics of a PS2 game in a 2022 game. Truly. I mean, they really could have upped this, right? Do you think the reason why they decided to just pick a city in Legend ZA because they didn't want to do all this? Like, they didn't want to create too many big environments and stuff. Knowing Game Freak, most likely yes. I know. Everybody loves to harp on Game Freak. Like, then why are you playing it? But yeah. It's kind of just irony, honestly, on my part. It's something we all love to do, right? Like, I don't complain too much about it, but it's just something that I just find interesting, and that like how like from far these mountains didn't look that bad, but when climbing up them and stuff, it just shows. Oh my god, it's just bad. Regardless of my thoughts on that, we are gonna take a little detour down and fly we go. Anyways, okay. If for anything for the newer games, at least I can feel like I'm doing something. I'm like moving around the world and stuff. Like I'm interactive at that rate. And it's not like, well, I mean, we all saw Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and how that worked out. Although they were way too faithful to the Diamond Pearl. I don't know what the heck they were thinking. But when it comes to the improvements on stuff like this, yeah, there's a lot more to do in Scarlet and Violet, and a lot more to look around and see. Like, obviously it doesn't look perfect, and obviously that's from the beginning. I just like that to be an easy segue into the video. Because it was something I was thinking about too, obviously. So, for me, yeah. Cool Venomoths are flying around. What's up, Riri? Airy? Until the big boss and everyone seems star. That's why you should get back. Please, I'm your friend. Sorry, Carmen. Hasta la vista. Hasta la vista. I'm your appointment now, you two. Hey, sorry to sprinkle. Oh, come on, dude. Like, why even put that? We know for a fact that in Pokemon video games, there's never a 2-on-1. There could be a 2-on-1 against you, but normally not against enemies. Hasta la vista. But yeah, like, Clive, please. We know what you're trying to imply. We know that Game Freak is trying to be smarter than it is, as if we don't know the pattern. Please. If it was a 2 against 1, it wouldn't be Pokemon. It would always be a 2 on 2. So I have gripes about Clive. I feel like he just takes up a lot of space that's unnecessary. Just adding extra dialogue where it's not needed. That's how I feel about him. Talk more about it at the end. Alright, Krogan easy takeout by a measly little Psybeam. Of course it would be. What else could it be? Okay, next Primeape is up and ready to go. Well, that's just gonna take another Psychic. Woo! Mind blown. And he goes down. Defeated Carmen. Alright, Carmen. I lost, but my defeat's not the one that matters. Oh, that's so sweet. My job is done. Hasta la vista. Please go back inside. Bring out your lackeys. Thank you very much. Yeah, I cleared the guard, whatever. Okay, I have 2 issues. I don't care for Clive, and I don't care for Cassiopeia. 2 big issues, 2 big parts of the game. I like the Team Star storyline. I feel like it's really nice, and I feel like it fits in really nicely, but I cannot stand Cassiopeia and Clive because they take up way too much time, too much dialogue, just slow the freaking game down, and just feel like a last-ditch effort to just add more people to the game. Like, I don't know. I just don't like them. How do you guys feel about them? Leave a like, comment, leave a comment, let me know if you like them or not. I could also put up a poll, but yeah, like, who's your least favorite star in Pokemon Violet? Clive and Cassiopeia. But the only good thing about Cassiopeia, at least we're gonna get a mirror match of the evolutions. And this time around, I actually prepared for the fights on these ones because I didn't want all of them to be taken out, and it makes sense they would have a lot of Toxicroak. So Sylveon has already lost so much HP. Sylveon, on the other hand, will echo them, but best of the best. 1 down, and the 6 for the Phalanx. Passimian isn't really that difficult. But there is one, but I'll talk about that later when we get to it. And I know people use the school Like, you know, the feature of like going to the school, into the academy and getting stuff done. I know people use it, but I haven't really looked into it. Maybe it's like just my lazy ass not wanting to go to that. I just wanted to continue the adventure as fast as possible. It's just, if you're gonna make the player like go on this long-winded expedition without really much of school having to do with it beforehand, you're giving it free reign to just go literally everywhere. And that was actually a very, very bad choice, taking an Espeon against Heracross. But other than that, you know, freaking Jolteon and Sylveon just be like Espeon, Jolteon, Sylveon. They're all just like covering each other's weaknesses, which is nice. Oh, Psybean. Woohoo! It's down and out. No fights can withstand us except that. Alright, 5 more to go. 4 more to go. Although I will get credit to the people who made this game with the music. It's good, not annoying. Because of one of the most annoying soundtrack in all of video game history is the boss battles in Pokemon 3. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, the boss battles in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. But then you got this awesome rock music for the Team Star leader battles. The code goes off and she's ready. Are we? Are we ready though? Truly. You are challenged by Terry of Team Star. And I sound out the wrong one in the front to go get the freaking Toxicroak. Oh boy. Then again, like, if I had kept Espeon at the beginning, I would have just gotten Sucker Punch to death. Well, that's actually pretty close too, because we're super freaking frail as heck. Oh no, Hilda! No! Sucker Punch to death! That wasn't a new sort of premonition for what's gonna happen. Alright. Thunder, baby. Give it some thunder. By the power of Zeus. Ooh. And poisoned. Of course you would. Of course. It won't happen when I do it, but it definitely happens if you do it. Huh. The one that's it's funny, I have to actually rely on Leafeon to do what it does because it's fast enough to get rid of Toxicroak. And for some reason, he doesn't need to use Sucker Punch. He was probably banking on freaking Poison Jab because it's super effective against Leafeon. Only issue is, I'm sometimes dumber than the AI. Sylveon up? Yep, Sylvester, go. And anybody, like, y'all know the reference to Sylvester? Let me know, interact with me. Close combat. Well, you've signed your death warrant. Oh, out. The guy that I was the most scared of was actually the least intimidating. But again, thanks to Sylveon. And yeah. Moonblast, and it's done. I really thought I needed to Terra there. Like, I don't look at stats for every single Pokemon, so I'm usually going off vibes. Going off vibes. Oh, that's so cringe. But yeah, let's actually do that, right? No, we don't need to. It's already done anyways. Lucario is easy to beat nowadays, regardless. It used to be a beast until it's no longer. I mean, its Mega is coming back, so maybe it'll start being a beast again. At least in competitive. Flare Blitz, nice. My only other gripe, and I had something I really wanted to speak about when it comes to Pokemon Violet, is Scarlet and Violet, obviously, right? So they really went great with the implementation of the outside battles with the Pokemon going in between. I just feel like the Team Star battles where you leave your Pokemon out and they fight the opponent's Pokemon, like without any of the animation of the moves and stuff, It is so stale, and I can't help but be suspicious and think that it's done on purpose. Like they already knew that they gonna do that later, or it was already part of the plan for ZA. So they give us a milk toast, watered down version of the battle system in Pokemon Legends ZA, right? And then give us this. So like people seeing that, but will actually, buy a ZA. But again, Game Freak, if you had put the same amount of effort you put into ZA, which yeah, I love it. You had put into Violet, then trust me, you'd get a lot more sales. But no, like okay, it's just my conspiracy theory. But I'm just comparing it to other big, corporate issues. Think about the iPhone, for example. You get the newest iPhone, it's not really an upgrade on your older iPhone. Usually, it's even worse actually. Like, how is it that the most recent iPhones, like their cameras suck, to be honest, compared to Androids and stuff, but they just like buying a new one every single time. It's like they purposely hold back on features and then they add those features later on into the next phone, like just so that people will keep buying. And even it's the smallest little minute little details and features that they have. And I'm not digging an iPhone. I love iPhone. I have an iPhone too, obviously, right? But just that strategy, that's where my brain is like clicking when it comes to, was this pre-planned for Pokemon? So I want to talk about that. Sylvester. Okay, she's ready to bring it home. Ready to bring victory home to the United States of me. Alright, Terrasta Fairy. This is why I was so excited when I had captured the terrestrialized Sylveon. I was so excited that I accidentally called it a shiny Sylveon in my shorts. I profusely apologize for that. I know shiny Sylveon is colored light blue instead of pink, but look at that. You can't tell me I shouldn't have been excited when I got the Terra Fairy Sylveon. Do you know how smooth a lot of these battles would have went had like I had access to different Terra types for these EVs and not just Terra normal, because that's what it comes at default. Ugh. I hate that type of like gatekeeping that Game Freak loves to do, but oh well. To kind of force you to play the game even more, you gotta collect freaking Terra shards and to get the right Terra type, and then the hunting and all that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, right? Like it's gonna be the best thing ever. It's gonna be great for views and live streams and stuff. It's gonna be great when I want to look for Pokemon, for Wi-Fi battles or whatever, or catch like literally everything that I can find in Scarlet and Violet after this run is done. And the battle has gone forth, and let us see with Eri. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. About a year and a half ago, I'm so sorry. I think I went there a little far. Don't worry about it. We're the ones who asked to put us through the tough battle. Yeah, but truly, you're not apologizing, my lady. Like sage instruction, and I could never evolve my Pokemon without you. Even the big boss said it. Nothing but gratitude. Tell us for it. Just one thing. We've been training for 4 whole hours now. Can we take a break? We should take it. I'll go for a run while you rest up. My lady, we both have trained on our time. I cannot help. Thank you for your concern, but lately I can feel like I can do anything. Remember that time it's like a badge required. I don't know what it is, but just look at my star badge makes me feel happy, like I give it my all. It is beautiful, and I give it my all. Also, where I had the issues with the mini system, before we face on the Team Star bosses, the Team Star bosses boss fights are like my favorite part of like Scarlet and Violet. That and catching Pokemon. Having access to so many. This is it. What do you want me to ask me? You seem to be much friendlier. Why is that? Well, alright. I want to tell you to say pretty too. All to be about the academy. As you came along, but let me guess, you started to pick on her pretty much. I got about it in the end. Kids are always, and they became best friends after being horrible. I mean, her being technically horrible to her, but not Eri reciprocating that treatment, which is something we can all do. But real today, please don't take our great fortune away. And now that is done, I really like this game's story in that way, that it's not like mind-breaking, it's not Oscar worthy, it's none of those things, but it is a lot more relatable. That's what I want people to take away from this, that at least now we are actually going towards better and more different forms of gameplay. I mean, of story in Pokemon. So this one, like, I'm sure a lot of people, when it comes to all these situations in this game specifically, because it's not way out of the box, that they can like they've hit it at least for that people can relate to the story. They can relate to the bullying and the being discarded by society with Team Star. They can relate to Arvin because of his issues with his father always being on work and not giving him attention. Who else? I don't know. I think that would be it. Team Star and Arvin. They are the most interesting part. And those giant Terra animals, they're pretty cool too. And the gym challenges weren't so bad. But here's my thing. I feel they could take out two people. They could take out Cassiopeia and Clive, and it would make such a huge difference. At least not like taking out Cassiopeia, or just decreasing how long she talks, right? Just feels like it breaks the immersion, and she just talks and talks and talks. And Clive, for that matter, talks even more than she talks, and he just doesn't make sense. Like, I get it. You're going undercover. You're looking at what the previous instructor did and how he messed up everything, and now you're finding out the truth. But what they could have done is implement that into Cassiopeia's storyline or whatever storyline. I just feel like Clive just comes in at the most impactful moments, just like at the beginning where he's like, "I'm sorry, we can't have a double battle because my Pokemon exhausted." I don't know. I just don't like him, but I don't know like how to fix him. So I'm like, how do you guys feel, right? But I like the fact that you can actually connect to the story. And I'm sure after this it's gonna get more fantastical because we're gonna go into Area Zero and stuff, right? Anyways, that's all from me. Those are my opinions. That's how I feel about it. And I wanna know how you feel about it. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me, do you like Cassiopeia and Clive? Alright. Thank you, and game everything.